Good afternoon, traders. It is Tuesday, October 11th, 2016, and the U.S. stock market is closed. We had just a horrible day today, and I saw this thing coming a mile away. Um, you go back on the 5th, and we had this horrible day where the Dow went up real strong most of the day, but then failed at the end. But this push up got us into 25 positions. We end the day negative $5,000 with nothing in those 25 positions that look good, and then it just crashes the next day, and we are just wiped out in 25 positions. That took us down $28,000. We had an exact repeat of this uh, yesterday, and today we had this big run up, got us into this time 15 positions. That was the only thing that made this day slightly less worse than back on the 5th and the 6th. We got into 15 positions. We get to the close, we're down negative $6,000. It crashes this morning, and I called this perfectly. And we end up closing out $21,000 negative. I mean, this is horrible. We get into these cycles, but they're just absolutely horrible. Just rip our equity to shreds when this happens. Dow ended up closing down negative 200 points. That's about as big a fall as we've had in quite a while. And we got into four positions. Two are positive, two are negative. And after a $21,000 closed out loss, we are carrying positive $150. Yeah, that just doesn't get it. Very discouraging. The markets are just very unstable, and very difficult to trade this. And as I say, it's this up one day, down the next, up one day, down the next. That's what's killing us. And there's just the market internals that I see is anytime any stock gets up a little, they come in and either take profits or sell it. Nothing's going to take off and go anywhere in this environment, and you just can't make money if it goes up. Well, at least with our system, you can't make money when stocks go up one day and down the next, up one day and down the next. That's what we're fighting. Very, very difficult. I'll show you. We had the same situation back on the 5th and the 6th where we get into opposing positions on these stocks. This is LABU, which is our biotech bull. And yesterday we bought, it gapped up. And second hour we get into the biotech bull. It ends up closing right about where we bought it, so we're about neutral there. But then bam, down it comes right after the open, and we got out of there with a loss of $2.2 thousand. You can see this is when glad you get out of this losing stuff, because I mean this loss would have been absolutely huge if we had tried to hang on to it. We did not hang on to it, of course. We were out with $2.2 thousand loss, but let me show you here. This is the biotech bear, and we got into that today because the biotech's going down. This is going to go up. We got into this right out of the gate this morning, and this climbed very nicely, and we're holding positive $2.5 thousand in the biotech bear. But okay, so our biotech bear slightly oversets, or the profits in the biotech bear slightly offset the profits in the biotech bull. But unfortunately, we have 14 other positions, had 14 other positions, and everyone was negative. And that's where that negative $21,000 come. So, terrible day. Trader Bob is not happy. I'll see you tomorrow on Wednesday.